Alright, this is 3 Bare Necessities. We're going to do a quick video on the Leatherman Sidekick that was modified a few months ago. I've put out a couple other videos on some more recent modifications, but I'm going to go ahead and break this down now and explain kind of in depth the modifications made and the reasons made for them. Okay, so first of all, let's get into the multi-tool. As you can see, I have the tools that were removed laid out, and we're going to talk about each individual one. But let's talk about the multi-tool first. So this is the Leatherman Sidekick. It has been modified significantly. First one we're going to look at is the knife blade. Went from the 420HC plain edge to the S30V plain edge knife blade, and this comes off the Leatherman Charge TTI. Alright, now to make this modification possible, I'm going to take this out and briefly go over this modification. Bump the camera. Okay. As you can see, there is a small brass bushing that has been pressed into place. This is necessary because the original pivot hole in this knife blade is larger than the pivot pin in the tool. Okay, by about 100 thousandths. So I enlarged the hole even further, about 150 thousandths further, and then pressed in this small piece of brass tubing to make a bushing. I then re-drilled the hole to the exact size of the pivot pin. Okay, that allows this blade to be integrated into this tool. Fairly simple modification. However, because you are working with S30V, this is a very tough, hard steel. Okay, I did not change the temper of this at all. I worked it cold. You will need a carbide drill bit for drilling that out, or a carbide rotary file and a drill to help. Okay, so that is the knife blade. If we look over on this side, in the original tool, this is the saw that comes with it. Now the problem with this saw is that it's limited to one function, just a saw. It's not a very big saw at that. So we moved to the modified 3-inch widgie pry bar made by County-Gone. Put some saw teeth on it, left it as a pry bar / screwdriver. However, this D9 steel that they talk about is not very well tempered. It's very soft, it bends easily, and it also chips and wears away very easily. Not to mention the corrosion. Okay, now I knew the corrosion was possible. However, at the speed that it corroded, it just wasn't worth having in the tool. So our final modification on this is a solid titanium tri-tool. What do I mean by tri-tool? This tool has 3 functions. First of all, it is a large prying tool. Okay, that's what this was designed for. The reason we have a large prying tool here out in this open accessible area is to keep you from using the knife blade as a prying instrument. Okay, takes away that temptation. Now you can preserve the blade for cutting and use this tool for prying. It's also secondary a large flathead screwdriver. That replaces the function of this flathead screwdriver that comes with the tool. Okay, it's about a medium in comparison. And third and final, it is a small saw. Okay, now the saw, I'm going to focus real fast. These are cross-cut, chisel ground, or chisel filed saw teeth. Okay, this allows for a nice deep cut, aggressive cut on the push stroke. Okay, the kerf of this blade is wider than the spine of the tool, which allows for the tool to cut smoothly without binding in the material. Okay, so that is the solid titanium tri-tool. 3 tools in one on that side. Okay, now on the inside of the tool, On this side, we have the bit exchanger. That went in place of these two screwdriver bits. Focus. Now on the first modification, I had the Phillips with a modified pair of scissors. Those scissors are gone, and so is the Phillips. And in their place is the bit exchanger. Okay. Now, one quick note. The scissors are not completely gone from the tool, they've just moved. We go over to this side, and I have a different set of scissors. Okay, same style, but these have not been modified. They fit very well in this side of the tool. And they work the same. So, those are the scissors. We have the can opener, wire cutter or wire stripper, and the small serrated blade as a secondary blade. So that is this side. Now what has been replaced in there is this other tri-tool as well, because this was a small flathead screwdriver, a ruler, and a file on the other side. It's almost useless. So that's gone, and in its place are those scissors. Okay. Finally, and this was covered, was the addition of the Night Eyes Eclipse pocket clip that replaces this. We have the tool setting in the pocket with the knife blade and the tip-up carry, which allows for you to grab the tool and have your thumb already in place to deploy the blade for quick use. So, altogether, that is the updated video for the Leatherman Sidekick. Kind of a breakdown on the tools that were removed. One other tool, the small lanyard ring, was also removed. It's not necessary, not needed. So, this is the Leatherman Sidekick, modified and updated. This is 3 Bare Necessities. If you have any questions on any of the mods, I definitely appreciate it and look forward to answering them. 3 Bare Necessities, signing out.